national champion.
Yes. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. And we were talking about, I guess,
People were like upheavaling and psychotagging.
Yeah,
right?
I would say like he has much more facial hair than when he won nationals. Justin Gottlieb on the left, red-green ramp.
I wonder if he's shaved since then. I'd imagine he has.
It's possible. It's possible. He's like, he's after that. He's like, I'm just putting the rally beard on for Worlds, and it didn't happen. So he's just looking to go back. It's like, I'm not shaving until I win Worlds. That's gonna be rough now. Hopefully, he can cross it out and say Magic World Cup instead of Worlds, because it might be a while till I reinstitute that.
His father time.
sitting there.
Should be an interesting matchup, though. There are a lot of cards in Joshua's deck that are really good against Justin, though. Distress, for example.
Is awesome.
Distress is really good against the red-green ramp decks. A lot of the time, if you just pluck a Primeval Titan or an Inferno Titan out of their hands, then a lot of their cards are really geared toward getting them to those quickly enough. So when they just have a lot of ramp but don't have anything to ramp into, their draws look really sad. And Geralf's Messenger is just ridiculous against everybody.
Yeah, and same thing with Gravecrawler. Justin has no real ways to deal with it. I mean, if Joshua really quickly just gets out, say, a Gravecrawler and 2 other zombies, even a Slagstorm, within a turn, Josh can just, keep rebuying it. Now, Joshua doesn't have a lot of tremendous answers to Titans. Guess Verdict can stop a Titan if it's the only creature in play. He can Mortar Pod plus Tragic Slip. He can attack into a Titan, hope he blocks, and Tragic Slip after the creature dies, but no Doom Blaze, nothing like that. So, they're always a pretty big concern for Josh's deck. But overall, I think I really like Josh's chances in this matchup. Who's your favorite on this one?
Josh. Yeah. I've watched the Zombies against Ramp matchup twice now, and both times Zombies was able to take it down.
All right.
Even after losing a die roll. So here it looks like Josh just won the die roll.
He wins the die roll,
Gravecrawler for turn 1.
Which is pretty much the best creature you can possibly play. Wow, Justin has a bird. Now, he only plays 1 bird.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to have it on turn 1.
It is nice to have it on turn 1.
And 1 bird is good enough. Because you basically just want to have access to Green Sun Zenith as a 2-mana ramp spell.
Right. That's his 9th 2-mana ramp spell. Gravecrawler comes in, takes Justin down to 18. Joshua, nice. He guess verdicts. Justin goes to 17, and I see that Joshua appears to have an Obliterator in his hand.
Looks like it. Does he have a 4th land? Or?
He has a 3rd land. I do not see a 4th land yet. Also a Phantasmal Image. In comes the Gravecrawler, down to 15 for Justin.
I believe he has a Distress now as well. And with Justin having no play that turn, Distress is going to be pretty good.
Really is. What do you got? I got lands and Inferno Titan and Titans.
Yep.
4 lands, 2 Titans, and that's not going to do it.
Not so much.
It's kind of an interesting keep, depending on different things. I guess double Titan Bird. The wheels can fall off that very easily.
I would like that a lot more on the play. On the draw, though, you're right. If your bird gets dealt with, you really have to draw 2 ramp spells in the first 3 turns to put Titan out at any reasonable pace. Because turn 6 Titan is not going to do much in this matchup.
And to be fair, if Joshua's on the make you discard things plan, then keeping a double Titan hand with 1 ramp spell, it's actually not that bad. But if he just happens to have one of those draws where he curves out and has 2 1-drops or 3 1-drops, you never know.
Right,
and then you're dead.
Right, and Josh's hand is not exactly blazing fast right now. That's the other thing.
And Justin's starting to get there.
Yep, drew a ramp spell. So now we're looking at turn 5 Titan. If Josh had a little more pressure, that'd be pretty scary, but, he doesn't. Josh needs an Obliterator here. He needs something big. If he can play a Messenger, which is good. Gets in for more damage. But Inferno Titan, also pretty good.
Inferno Titan does some work.
Inferno Titan does a lot of work. So gets a spell bomb. Oh, he does have a 4th land, it looks like.
Yeah. And
so there comes the Obliterator.
Coming to 5/5/10.
Yep. No, in terms of racing, Josh is looking pretty good. 2 cards in the hand for him are a Phantasmal Image and a Nihil Spellbomb. Justin needs to, like before I would say, well, if you don't get Slag Storm, you could. Slag Storm not so good right now. Very little is good. About the best thing you can possibly do, I guess, is Acidic Slime, block the Obliterator, and only sack 2 permanents. Not where you want to be.
Not where you want to be at all. Just going to be attacking for 7 next turn, which put Justin down to 6.
Yeah.
And then Joshua's Phantasmal Image, which to be fair, he's probably going to play as an Obliterator next turn. Can just copy an Inferno Titan and...
Yeah, I don't think he plays...
Yeah.
You don't play it as an Obliterator because the Inferno Titan can target it once. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have to sack any permanents. He can just hold on to it and, play it as an Inferno Titan.
It also kind of makes his Obliterator unblockable because if Justin goes to, the scary plan of having to block an Obliterator with an Inferno Titan, then, his Obliterator dies, but Justin has to sacrifice 5 permanents, then he can just play a Phantasmal Image, ping the Inferno Titan for 1, ping Justin for 2, and the game's over.
Yep. No. Looks like he was thinking about playing that image. Looks like he's backing up now. Says maybe not. Attack for 7. And Justin goes to 6.
I mean, he knows his opponent has an Inferno Titan, so if he plays the image, it's kind of just...
Yeah, it's dead. It's
Justin will not have to sacrifice permanents because
right.
The trigger from the Phantasmal Image will...
Right. That's what his ability does. Ooh, another Gravecrawler maybe?
Yeah.
I like that play.
I like that play too.
Maybe play the Spellbomb too, There's not a lot of reason to hold much back. He might be thinking about playing the Spellbomb first, sacking it, and seeing if he gets anything really good. Yep, and that's what he does. Is it a Geth Verdict?
Or Distress.
Stress. Ooh, Distress. Nope.
I think it's a land.
Yeah, so he can just play the Gravecrawler and pass. I mean, he might be thinking, well, if I play the Gravecrawler, then they're both going to get Inferno Titaned. But, I mean, I don't think that's horrible.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Considering
that
Justin has to block here.
Did he deal damage to the Obliterator?
Yeah, look, he pointed at it, but I think that he...
yeah, he didn't communicate that.
Yeah.
Good.
You don't generally want to do that.
Doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah, Phyrexian Obliterator, a lot better than better than Phyrexian Negator. Negator would not be very good in this situation. I don't quite like that play.
You can just do it afterward.
Yeah.
I mean, does it really matter?
It really doesn't matter. I guess though, the best player in the world in this situation, actually, it does matter. So here's what happened.
Well, no, now
he kills that.
He just plays another Inferno Titan.
Well, I mean, Joshua now needs to...
Well, he has another Phantasmal Image.
Oh, he does have another?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
what he drew last turn. Yeah.
Gotcha. I personally like to do it after damage. I mean, because you get to attack first.
Yeah, and he's probably not going to block that turn even.
He probably isn't going to block. If he blocks that turn, doesn't block the turn, you're like, you're dead. If he does block that turn, I mean, then
It's really hard to pull the trigger on the I have no permanence but my one creature plan.
Right. Well, no, the thing is that, if he blocks, is there any scenario where you go, I would rather have a land than an Inferno Titan? I don't think so. I would always rather have Inferno Titan in the land.
Inferno Titan's so good.
It's really good. These Titans.
Oppressive Titans. All right, so we have a trivia question for you guys, and we want you to tweet in an answer to this trivia question to hashtag SCG Premium. One of you who answers correctly will win 6 free months of Star City Games Premium. It's pretty exciting.
It's a lot of premium.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
6 months of premium?
You can
Not
read
bad at
premium
all.
articles all the way out. M13 will be out by the time your premium runs out.
Wow.
You'd
Well,
be
I have a
like,
question for you guys.
oh,
Yeah.
what's the question?
So, at the Invitational yesterday, there was one player who was in first place after the Swiss.
Only one?
Only one. There wasn't some sort of absolute tie.
1A and 1B. I haven't seen that in standings, but you never know. I guess it could
You never
happen.
know. Could happen.
He had the most match points. It wasn't even on tiebreakers. He just had the most wins of anybody who played in the Invitational.
So, over the course of 16 rounds, one player did better than everybody. And because of the new play draw rule, he is going to be on the play every single match in the top 8. And that's dangerous for everybody else.
That is. And, you can always go to StarCityGames.com, look up the coverage, find out who this person is, look up his deck and go, okay, is this a deck where this is, really important? Is this a deck where it's not important? We've seen a lot of matches over the last few days where we've been talking and said, wow, getting the play here is pretty important.
Yeah.
It's real good to be on the play with, a card like Delver. It's good to be on the play again, with some of these decks that are running a lot of 1-drop mana acceleration guys. But, the person who's in first place, is he the kind of person who now is going, I'm in the play every game, I am at a huge advantage, or not?
Well, the thing is about Legacy, and about the way the format has become right now, even if his deck isn't one of the decks that really, really wants to be on the play, there are going to be so many people who are in the top 8 who do want that.
Right.
That
A lot of Rug Delver, you want to be on the play. Don't get that opportunity, that's kind of rough.
Yeah. He gets to sit down against Rug Delver, and that whole flutter in your stomach of, oh my gosh, if I lose a die roll, this is going to be really tough, that doesn't exist for him.
No, it doesn't. So here we go. And again, just tweet that. It can be at us. It cannot be at us. Just hashtag the hashtag SCG Premium. And again, make sure to spell premium correctly. We will not see it if it's premium.
Yep. If you're not sure how to spell it, go look at the saltines in your cupboard.
That is a good tip. And here they go. Getting ready for game 2. Josh Wagener in good spirits, but so is Justin. Who will win? Now, in terms of sideboarding, I definitely think that looking at Justin's deck, let's see, there's a lot of surgical extractions. I think are fairly good against zombies.
You kind of need them.
Yeah, I shouldn't say they're good. I should say you need them.
But you're never happy about it.
I
guess you're
almost
happy about it
never happy
sometimes,
about casting surgical extraction to begin with. He does have Rack with Madness though. Does have Karn if he wants to go that high up to kill Obliterator. Probably not. Beastin will kill it. So he has a few more answers in his sideboard. And Josh, he has, goes with roads. He's got Mimic Vats. You could kill a Titan, put it under the Vat.
Put it under a Mimic Vat.
I don't know if that's the plan he's going with, but it'd be
I
awesome.
think that's one of those cards that's definitely good enough for Constructed. If anybody's played Limited and had a Mimic Vat or had to play against one, it's a good card.
It is.
It takes a specific type of deck to be good. Also, you have to be playing against a deck that cares about that. So
That's true.
it's definitely a sideboard card, unless you're going real deep. But
Real deep. So Josh leads off with a Copperline Gorge. Or Justin Copperline Gorge, Josh Darkslick Shores.
and these Scars duels, so good.
So good. Second Gorge for Justin.
It's basically like you just played 2 Tigers.
It is. And now he casts a Ramp of Growth, getting a Mountain, He has turned off the rest of his Copperline Gorges. But
It's unfortunate.
it is unfortunate, but I don't know if he kept the 3 Copperline Gorge hand. And he's doing what Red Green Ramp does.
And on the play, that's really hard to deal with.
It is.
They play
He's
Titan
like,
on turn 4?
I've got a turn 6 or turn 4 Titan. Josh just has to be like, I don't want you to play a turn 4 Titan. That does not seem like a good thing for me. But it looks like, yeah, he's got a Messenger on 3. He's got a Obliterator on 4. Phantasmal Image on 5, but that's about it. Not the fastest start that he has had in this tournament.
Not at all. Justin going up to 22 here, making a Huntmaster of the Fells.
And a Wolf. There we go.
Canine Companion.
One of the starts of the game's Wolf tokens. Very attractive. And if you order from the site, they'll actually send you some random tokens. So
yeah,
if you want those, order a few cards.
Lucky I got Spirit tokens.
Ooh, it's pretty good. Josh plays a Swamp. I imagine he's going to Messenger here. Well, looks like he could also be thinking about, he's reading it. He's pulling it out. He's seeing what the backside does.
You don't want to copy that with Image.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work out very well.
Gets a free card.
Get there. Messenger. There's a zombie. Got a little message for Justin. It says lose 2 life.
Yep. So the 2 life he gained from his Huntmaster goes away.
All of a sudden now, Justin's got 5 mana. Josh has 3. Justin attacks for 4, puts Josh at 16. And he passes the turn. So that
Justin's
flips.
Going to 18. Joshua going to 14 here.
Yep, goes to 14. Huntmaster flips, kills the Messenger. Justin will go back down to 18 with the Undying trigger. So the Messenger is a 3/3, but it's also tapped.
Yeah. And even through some semblance of Titans, Joshua is about to, give Justin a little bit of a tour of Frowntown here. He has back-to-back Obliterators.
He does. He does. Those are good.
It's hard to deal with even with a Titan.
Barring a Rack with Madness from Justin. And Joshua trying to figure out what he's casting.
I don't know if Joshua even has anything here. I don't.
Well, Joshua, he has a. Yeah, there we go. I was
Okay.
trying to figure out what he was thinking about with that Obliterator. Oh, and there it is. The one sideboard Rack with Madness. Okay, well, that card is doing some work.
That card's not bad.
Nope, and Josh packs it up. Cheesy. Woo!
That was a little awkward.
That was a little awkward. He might have been thinking maybe he's got this rack, maybe he doesn't. Of course, now that the deck was posted, he could have seen that he has 1 Rack with Madness. He might have known to play around it, but only so much you can do. Wow.
Yeah. That's a good answer to Phyrexian Obliterator.
It is.
We got to see that on camera. That's a one-of.
We did. And it's one of those cards that you see, like, you know how there's some sideboard cards that people are like, this in theory.
Yeah.
This is a theoretical sideboard card, and if it works out, it's awesome. Worked out this time.
Yeah, the theory worked out. Even if it wasn't right for Justin to have Rack of Madness in the sideboard, like in the grand scheme of mathematical worlds, it was right now.
It was right now. Yep. If I was him, I wouldn't mind having 2 right now, actually.
Yeah, when your semis match is zombies,
Yeah.
can't be too upset about it.
You can load up with the racks.
So, my prediction for the Invitational will not come true.
It will not.
Brian Nelson came in 9th place.
How close is it?
Less than 0.4. Or
It's like 1.5.
yeah, 1. Oh yeah. The 5 is another place. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, going to the last round, I was looking at it and I was like, well, Brad needs to jump like 2 points. There has to be a 2-point swing.
It's kind of crazy too, because he started out like
Yeah.
7-0, right? Or like 6-0.
6-1 or something, yep. But don't know what happened. A lot of rounds for tiebreakers to go weird places.
Yeah, with 16 rounds and 140 people, tiebreakers can kind of do some nutty things.
They really can. They really can. You got a lot of opponents that factor into that opponent match win percentage. So as they shuffle up for the 3rd game, Joshua can't be feeling good about that. I mean, that was his obliterator, man. That was the guy. That was his dude.
That is the dude. In this matchup, you're like, that's my dude.
That's my dude, man.
Yeah.
It's my obliterator. You know, that's all I want to see him opening hand is an obliterator. And now he's going to like draw an obliterator and turn 4, and he's going to be like, I don't know. I might get racked.
He's got to do it.
I might get racked. Like I'm doing okay. Like I can win without playing this guy. He might get gun shy about playing an obliterator in turn 4. I don't think you can do that. I think you got to just be like, nah, man, it's my obliterator. What you got? Now, that doesn't look like a land-heavy hand. I'm not even sure it's a landed hand.
I don't think it is.
Nope. He's... Oh, there... looks like Josh... It's like 5-color. Josh is taking the no-land, and Justin's following his mulligan. He's riding his mulligan.
Hey, Joshua, revealed his hand even.
Yeah.
He's like, Paris? Does that work anymore?
Did you ever play 5-color?
A little bit. On Magic Online.
No, this was like the 250 card.
Oh no,
like it's like a Midwest thing. It was like a 250 card format. You played for Ante, and they had all these weird rules because you had all the it was like it was 300 card decks. And one of the things that happened is you could all in no land, and if your opponent mulliganed, you could ride their mulligan. So like your opponent mulliganed, you just got a free mulligan for 7. That's an interesting format. What was the name of that card?
Like 2-headed giant. You got a free mulligan for a while.
You do. Well, you still get a free mulligan. Yeah.
You get a free mulligan still?
Yep.
Yeah, man, the free mulligan rule was awesome. They like just implemented that. You can abuse that hard.
You can, but
not abuse. That's not the right word for it. I mean, the thing is if they don't have that, then you end up with games where just nothing happens. But but it actually like in limited a lot of the time you're forced to keep these like 4 land do nothing until turn 4 hands that you're not really happy keeping, but it's limited, and you shaky mana bases, and just being able to develop is all you're really asking for. But when you get a free mulligan, you can be a lot more selective.
Yeah, I think if everyone got 1 free mulligan in like regular Magic, the decks would be a little bit greedier.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
a lot greedier.
I don't think they could do it in constructed.
Right.
It would just make combo too strong.
Even limited, I think people would shave a land or 2 off in a lot of their decks. Because they'd be like, you get a free one. You don't. It's not quite as important into it a giant because the free mulligan's more important because you only have 1 game, and being down a card is so major. But all right, game 3, Josh in the play.
And that looks like a good hand.
It does look like a good hand. He's going to open up with the Darkslick Shores. Looks like he got turn 2 Distress and turn 3 Messenger. And an Obliterator. If there's a rack in that hand, it cannot get out fast enough. There's not, though.
There's not.
Pretty sure you take the Solemn here. So, maybe Rampant Growth, sorry. Solemn, Rampant Growth, Infernal Titan, and lands.
I think think you just take Rampant Growth.
Yeah.
That way, because if you take the Solemn, you kind of like give him 2 turns to redraw for like, something
Right,
to hit
right.
that slot.
Yeah, I didn't see the Rampant Growth
Whereas-
at first. That was just Solomon Lands and the Titan, but I
If
think
you take
definitely
the
Rampant Growth.
if he doesn't draw 2-drop Ramsfell next turn, it's awesome.
Right.
There's also the school of thought that you should take Inferno Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Against
appreciate
Valakut,
that.
if this was Rampant Growth, Solemn, Primeval Titan, I would have taken Primeval Titan.
Yeah.
But this is not Valakut.
Right.
It's different.
Even in this situation, if it was Primeval Titan, I'd probably take Primeval Titan. Josh has an Obliterator, and Primeval Titan is one of the only really good ways for the Red Green Ramp deck to really fight Obliterator. Because it just gets so many permanents out. And there goes Messenger.
And Justin falling to 18 here. Troll's Messenger is such a powerful spell.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, Josh, 2 options here. It looks like he has another Distress in his hand. And a Diagraph Ghoul now. So does he play the Obliterator, or does he Distress and play a smaller creature?
I think you just jam the Obliterator. Opponent's at 15. Puts him on a 2-turn clock.
I like that too. Yep, and he does. Not at all gun shy about that Rack with Madness in the previous game. He can save that Distress for the Titan. Get in for a little bit next turn. Get in for 7. Even whether or not Justin blocks, he'll take 7. Yep.
Should attack before he casts that Distress so that he gets to see what Justin draws with the Solemn.
Right. Untapping. Well, shuffling still, I guess. Dropping a few cards, but getting them back.
You gotta be careful about that.
You do. You leave it on the floor, or you present a 59 card deck.
That's
Bad
the end
things
of your
happen.
tournament.
Bad things happen. It's like another Obliterator for Joshua. But I'm not concerned about that now yet. I'm just concerned about attacking for 7.
That's all I'm concerned about too.
Messenger gets blocked. And due to the magical physics of Undying, Justin still takes 7.
And now Joshua has 9 points of power on the table.
And a Distress. I have an Inferno Titan, I have a Slag Storm, and I have a Huntmaster. None of these are particularly helpful. Do you think you take the Titan here, or you take the Huntmaster? Take the Titan, you think?
I think you just take the Titan.
Don't even screw around.
Also depends on what you have in your hand.
Yeah. I think he might have another play. Looks like he had a Diagraph Ghoul last turn, so maybe he still I assume he still has that.
Maybe it's Geth's Verdict.
That could be a guess verdict.
Geth's Verdict, and you take Huntmaster and win.
Just doing math. Actually, that looks like a Geth's Verdict, not a second Obliterator. Their arts are very similar. Well, actually, it seems like he has a lot of black cards that have, like, it's like a dark black card that has some yellow highlight somewhere.
Yeah. Difficult to tell at times. But with Geth's Verdict, he puts Justin to a 1-outer by taking Huntmaster.
Yeah. But
So I doubt it is Geth's Verdict.
Diagraph Ghoul comes play tapped. Justin is theoretically dead on board. He has to make a play here.
Huntmaster's going to bring Justin back up to 8. He's trying to keep his head above water. But I don't know if the Huntmaster's going to be enough at this point.
It's going to be hard. It will be hard. Another land for Joshua. 1 card left in hand. He's going to rely on the Obliterator pretty heavily here. Yep, and it is a Geth's Verdict.
Oh, that's odd.
Down goes the wolf. In comes the team. Justin at 9 now. Obliterator has to get through. So I'll take him at 4. And Messenger gets blocked. And I believe Justin's at 2.
He took 7.
Yep. So he's looking for a rack, but you know what? Rack doesn't actually do anything.
At this point, it's just not enough.
Yep. Not enough. Joshua Wagener advances to the finals against Justin Gottlieb playing red-green ramp.